Hello, the purpose of this video is to quickly show you the resources in MySpanishLab and what you have here for yourself as an instructor as well as for your students. Once you have an account for MySpanishLab and you have your username and password, this is what you will see when you log in. This is a MySpanishLab course. The first thing you'll see here under Getting Started is the Tune Up Your Browser, Disable Pop-ups, Set Your Time Zone. These are very important for you to do as an instructor as well as for students to do. They'll have these same 4 steps to make sure that everything on the computer is set up properly to work well with MySpanishLab. So the screen we're on now here is the course homepage, or the today's view page. You have several tabs up here at the top that you'll see. There's a today's view, assignment calendar, course material, my test, your grade book, some communication tools, and this is where you can work through most of the resources in MySpanishLab. You will also see some other resources over here on the right hand side, an e-text, tutorials, user guide, and more resources. If you ever have trouble seeing anything, you've got the buttons over here to make text larger for you if you need that available. So the first thing I want to go into up here on the tabs is the Course Materials tab. This is where you'll find all the materials for each chapter in MySpanishLab. Everything is divided up by folder. You'll see something similar to what you're used to seeing in your LMS. So you'll see that there's actually 2 chapters for each folder. They're organized either by content type or by learning objective. By default, what you see or what students see is organized by content type. But if you see that you like organized by learning objectives, I can help you with getting that set up to where that's what students see. So I'm just going to drill into a folder to show you what's in a folder. So let's just go into this Chapter 1 folder, and just clicking that folder will open up all the activities. So you will see here there's a readiness check, e-text activities, student activities manual, additional practices, chapter resources, lots of different folders. All of the resources in MySpanishLab are located in these folders, and these can be assigned for students. So I'm going to take you through some of the things that are most commonly used, and at a different time if you want to learn more about MySpanishLab or more about the different activities, we can sit down and go into these in more detail. The readiness checks are really great if you have students who have difficulty with their English grammar. If you find that you're teaching English grammar in class before you can start working on Spanish grammar, these would be great for you to assign for students. So in the readiness checks, what students do is they open it up, and there's one for each chapter. So basically students take a pretest and they just open this up here, and in the pretest they will answer questions on English grammar. So I just quickly went through and actually submitted the readiness check just to kind of give you an idea of what students see. So I didn't do very well on my readiness check. I just submitted it without really paying attention to what I was doing, and I didn't do very well at all. So what you'll see is students will see what they missed, why they missed it, and what the correct answer is. They may even get a little feedback bar here where they can press and get some more information about what they missed. And go through and see what it is that they've missed. So then students go back to their readiness check, and now that they've completed the pretest, they will be given a study plan over here on the right hand side under study material that tells them basically some things that they can study based on what they missed in their readiness checks. So I've got some English tutorials on direct objects, direct object pronouns, indirect objects. Now if I had done better on my pretest, I likely would not have been given some of these things to study, but since I did not do very well and I made a 0, I have lots of stuff to study over here to prepare me for class. And then after working my way through the study material, I would take the post-test, which is the 3rd step over here. Again, a very similar test to like the pre-test, but it's just set up to be taken after working the way through the study material. So again, if you have students or if you find yourself teaching a lot of English grammar in class, this may be ideal for you to assign for students to do prior to coming to class so that they are more prepared for class. So I'm just going to go back into our course materials for Chapter 1. Another thing that's commonly assigned is the Student Activities Manual. You'll see 2 different folders here for the Student Activities Manual. By default, the one that is shown has every activity in it. However, if you just want to use activities that the machine grades, we can show this one here that's grayed out, that's just the machine graded activities, so that everything is graded for you. So I also want to show you how to show students what they need to work on in class. Again, I can go through more of these folders in person and more about what's in each folder here, or set you up with an account so that you can go into them yourself. But so for students, you may be wondering how you're going to show students what it is that they need to use in class. What you can do from your account is go to the Assignment Calendar tab, and then again you'll see folders for every chapter. We'll just go back into Chapter 1 since that's what we were looking at earlier. And here you have check marks by your folders. So say you wanted to assign this readiness check for students before coming to class. You can check the box there next to it. And then there may be some assignments you've gone through in the Student Activities Manual that you want assigned. You can click the boxes of what it is that you want assigned, and then you just drag those over to the calendar on the date you want them due. So let's just say they're due Friday, October 18th. So now students, when they log in, they will see their calendar, and I'll actually show you how you can see exactly what students see. If you hit this Go to Student View, students see a screen that looks very similar to what you see. They have a few, they don't have access obviously to some of the instructor materials and that kind of thing, but they'll have this assignment calendar on here, so there's no need for students to have to go locate what it is they're looking for. They simply need to just go to the date on the calendar where you've assigned something, and then here it tells students what it is they need to complete, and they can simply click on the activity from here, and the activity will open up for students to complete from here. Students also have full access to the e-text in their MySpanishLab account. This is what the e-text looks like here. Some cool things about the e-text include students can, let's see, just to let you know, here we're on page 106. They can flip through pages. So you may find a page that has the vocabulary. And so not only do they just see vocabulary and see the vocabulary words, but they
asegurar, dar por sentado,
have the full audio of their vocabulary as well. I've actually hit this note tool, so you'll see right up here at the top in the tools, there's the note tool. If students want to take a note, they can go in here and say, this is important to study for the test. This is actually from the instructor side of MySpanishLab. So what's actually really cool is you can say this is important for test and then click share with students and save, and then when students are in their e-text, they'll have this note show up in their e-text, and they just double click it and they see that you're telling them this is important to know for the test. Students can flip through straight to their chapter here. They can search by a certain page. It's a fully searchable e-text up here in the search bar. So there's lots and lots of cool things students can do with the e-text. In the additional tools up here, students also have a glossary where they can search for certain words, Spanish to English or English to Spanish. Also have the audio for those.
A esa altura.
And then there's also a verb chart. And students actually find this pretty quickly and enjoy using this, but they can do everything they need here with their verb chart. This is actually just a very quick overview of MySpanishLab and how you can use it in class. I would love to sit down with you to talk more about it and learn more about your needs and what you're doing in class and how MySpanishLab can help you. Thanks so much.